Welp, I owe Chris Pratt an apology. Not only do I owe Chris Pratt an apology, but Keegan Michael Key, because if you guys saw my reaction to the Mario movie trailer, I dumped on Keegan Michael Key. Which, by the way, that review of the trailer got taken down because Nintendo decided to be a B word, and now it's gone, and now you can't watch it anymore because it's got a copyright strike. So thanks for that, Nintendo. So for the rest of this video, if you haven't seen my community post, this review will only have still images of the Mario movie. So yeah, get just a heads up for that. Anyways, here's my apology to Chris Pratt and Keegan Michael Key. I am so sorry. You did perfectly fine as the characters you were assigned. Now on to the video. Hello everypony, it's the Winged Unicorn and I have flown back again with another review. So today we're going to be talking about the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which came out like 2 months ago at the time of recording this, so I'm kind of late to the party. But from what I see, the hype still hasn't really died down, so I guess I'm not that late. Then again, at the time of recording this, almost Spider-Verse is like coming out as well, so like that's probably going to be the new hype of the internet. So I'm talking about the Mario movie now. So I was actually kind of nervous to see this movie, especially because of the whole mixed reactions that I keep seeing all over the internet. Like, I've seen people say that this movie is going to be like the best, one of the best like video game adaptations ever. And if I'm being honest, I don't even know if I can even make that claim because I haven't seen any of the other video game adaptations. Like, I've seen neither of the Sonic movies. I haven't even seen the original Mario Bros. Like the Super Mario Bros. From like the 1980s or something like that. I don't know exactly when it came out, but I guess the only other video game adaptation that I've seen was Arcane, and I haven't even played League of Legends, and it's probably gonna upset some people, but I didn't understand Arcane. I'm sorry. So anyways, but on the other hand, people kept saying how like you know, you guys know what happened on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, it gave a kind of like a low score for the movie, and then people are just like outraged by it, especially after the movie came out. It kind of does have like a few complaints from several people, which I can totally see from both sides, honestly. Like, I can understand the critics completely. Like, yeah, this movie is kind of dedicated to the Mario fans, so like I can't really get upset with the critics if they don't really, you know, see it as totally like a cinematic product for their liking. Like, for example, in the movie, like, you know, people, a big complaint that people have with this movie is the pacing is kind of fast, which I can totally see. And I actually went to see the movie with my family, and they all said the same thing. This movie kind of felt a little fast, which I totally get it. It's more like the beginning part where it doesn't really feel that fast. You know, the whole like Mario and Luigi were like trying to fix that house at that wealthy family with like their plumbing for that one sink, I think, and then they had to like to fight this dog. And also with that family dinner scene, those were like the kind of like pretty okay pacing parts of the movie. And then as soon as like Mario gets into the Mushroom Kingdom, that's when the movie's just like, welp, we're going faster now, so try to keep up. Which I could completely understand why people have like a complaint with the pacing. But for me personally, it didn't really bother my experience. It's just something that I noticed. Other than that, besides the pacing and like, you know, how like everything went a little too fast, this movie was actually pretty good. And if you haven't seen my taken down review of the trailer, you would know that I'm already like a diehard Mario fan. Like, I've been playing it like ever since like I was like a kid. I mean, I had like a Mario phase a lot during my younger years. And you know, I had a 3DS, you know how it goes, and then I had like played several games, and I still haven't finished Mario and Luigi's Dream Team, and I need to finish it. And yeah, I played lots of Mario games, so of course when the movie came out, I'm just like, holy moly, my childhood's coming back. So then I watched it and I really liked it. Like I said, the pacing didn't really ruin the experience, but like the movie itself was just really fun to see. And especially the animation, like holy crap, the animation was just, it was beautiful. Favorite parts of the movie, definitely the animation. Like bro, when like that rainbow bridge broke in like the Mario Kart scene and then it went to the water, I don't know why, it's like the most satisfying thing. Anytime I geek about this movie, you will always like see me talking about that scene. Like the rainbow pieces, like they light up in the water. It's like super cool, and like the water itself, like oh my gosh, it looks so it's beautiful. And this is from Illumination's studio, by the way, which Illumination's animation is alright. It at least doesn't hurt my eyes like some movies, but like Illumination's always been okay with their animation, but like for this, it went above and beyond. I mean, of course, had Nintendo's help, but like it looks beautiful. Like look at this shot, look at the shot of the Mushroom Kingdom. Oh my gosh, it's just And like the story itself, basically, you know, Luigi gets like captured by Bowser, and like Bowser's trying to like destroy the Mushroom Kingdom, and Mario's just in the Mushroom Kingdom, and he just finds himself with Toad and Peach, and now he has to like save his brother. And people thought it was weird how like Luigi's the kind of the person that they have to save in this movie instead of Peach. In fact, Peach is actually like a girl boss in this movie, and she's like more independent, and like she can actually like, you know, fight compared to the Mario games where she's usually the damsel in distress and Mario has to save her. But in this movie, you know, of course she's not the one who needs to be saved. She's the one doing the saving, or at least helping doing the saving. And I, for one, don't really mind this at all. And I don't really get where people are complaining about this, because, like how lots of people pointed out, Peach has been portrayed as a girl boss in like several other Mario games in the past. So I don't really get why people are hesitant with Peach, and or at least were. Right now, people love Peach, and I, for one, love Peach as well in the movie. Like she was super awesome in this movie. I guess the one thing where like problems could arise if Daisy were to like be introduced into any future movies, which I'm pretty sure is evident given how big this movie got and how much money it made. So if you don't know who Daisy is, she's the other princess in the Nintendo franchise, where like she's basically portrayed as like the tomboy princess. She's more sporty, a little bit more rowdy compared to Peach, and of course she has some feminine sides, of course, but compared to Peach, she's a little more tomboyish. And you know how I said, like, you know, Peach is like portrayed as a damsel in distress in the games, where like, you know, Mario and Peach's like, you know, relationship is basically, you know, like Mario has to save Peach, and like Peach is like the one who like needs saving. Well, comparing Daisy's relationship with Luigi, which is like kind of like the second pairing, I guess, and like Nintendo barely pays attention to that pairing, which is a little unfortunate. But what people would usually like portray Daisy as like the one with like the pants in the relationship, where like she would save Luigi. So like it's more like a flip-flop version of like Peach and Mario. So like she's not the damsel in distress in her relationship. She's like the one, like, you know, doing the saving, which, you know, like I said, compared to Peach, like, you know, it's like they're clearly different in the games, but like in the movie, you know, Peach isn't that damsel in distress I keep like, you know, talking about. You know, she's actually like more like strong and independent, just like how Daisy is, or at least how, you know, people like portray her as. And like, you know, it's like, you know, I can see where like the problems can collide, where like, hey, their personalities are kind of similar, which I don't know. Like I said, Daisy's like more of the tomboyish princess, and Peach is always like the more feminine one. And like I wouldn't even say that Peach is like a tomboy in the movie. I feel like she's very in touch with her femininity. Not saying that like, you know, sports isn't feminine or like whatever. Like, you know, like I said, like, you know, Daisy's like kind of the sporty one. And like I'm not saying that like, you know, it doesn't make you like, you know, less of a feminine person. It's just like, I guess it's more like a personality trait thingy, where like Daisy's just a little more rowdy than Peach, I guess. That's what I'm saying. And I feel like that their personalities could still be different if Daisy were to like, you know, come into like any future movies. And, you know, I feel like their dynamic could still work. Besides, they're portrayed as best friends in the Nintendo games. So, their dynamic could still work. Also, wouldn't it be funny if, like, how I said, Peach is, like, the one in control? What if, like, in the movie universe, like, Daisy's the damsel in distress? I don't know. I think that'd be funny in a big, like, role reversal of the century. So back to the plotline where, like, Luigi's getting captured. So I guess the one other complaint, which is not, like, really a complaint, more like a nitpick, is, like, because Luigi's captured, we don't really get to see much of him in the movie. But at the same time, I do like this move, not only because, like, it kind of, like, subverts a little bit of my expectations, because, it's not Peach who needs saving, Luigi needs saving, but also because it kind of, like, serves really good for, like, how people see Mario, because I don't know if you guys have been in your Mario phases, or if you did, you probably forgot. People would constantly say how, like, Mario isn't a good brother, he hates Luigi, and, like, he's, like, always bullying Luigi. And yeah, of course they do have their moments of bickering, but, like, that's like how siblings are. And, like, in this movie, kind of, like, shows how much Mario cares about Luigi, and, like, how much he misses him, and, like, how worried he is for him. Their whole dynamic in the movie is super sweet, and that's honestly my favorite part of the movie, like, besides the animation, of course. But, like, Mario and Luigi's, like, interactions and their, like, whole relationship, and, like, that hug at the end, that was just so adorable. And it's like it honestly, like, it made me happy and, like, feel a little heartwarming. So back to Peach in this movie. I guess another complaint that I have with this, that I've seen a lot of people also talk about, is, like, how, like, immediately, like, accepting that Peach is just like, well, this random dude's in my kingdom now, but, like, his brother's lost, so let's just get his brother. Like, I don't even know who this guy is, but, like, we're just gonna train now. So that was just a tad bit weird, but, like, still, I still thought it was pretty nice. And, like, by the way, I want to say Mario and Peach's chemistry in this movie was, like, a lot better than, like, any of the other Mario games, because, like, they never really had, like, any interactions other than that. I mean, of course they both have, like, talking, like, one-liners, so of course they won't communicate. But since this is a movie, of course we see them communicate a lot more, and I feel like their, like, chemistry is a little bit better. And I like how, like, trusting Peach is, despite, even though she's, like, a little too trusting of Mario. I mean, I know Mario was not going to do anything, like, terrible. He's not a bad person. But Peach doesn't know that, so how does he know he's not, like, a villain guy like Bowser? So, like, I don't know. But, like, I still like how trusting Peach is with Mario, how much faith she has in him, and, like, how Mario just, like, smiles a lot at Peach. It's just, I thought it was really cute. My 8-year-old self was, like, fangirling at their interactions. It was cute. And I also like Toad, and, like I said, I'm sorry to Keegan-Michael Key, I like Toad in this movie, and his voice actually didn't bother me at all. In fact, if anything, I think it fits now. Like, I don't know what I was thinking when I was making the review for the trailer, but I really like Toad. He was very cute, and he wasn't that annoying sidekick that I thought he was going to be, because I think a lot of people were worried that, like, they were, like, demolished Toad, especially because Toad is, like, a fan favorite, I think. Like, I remember my brother liked Toad. It was either, like, Toad or Yoshi. My brother especially liked Yoshi. So, it's good to see Toad. And speaking of Yoshi, look at these Yoshis. And have you guys seen the ending scene, or, like, the after credit scene? We're getting Yoshi. That's cool. In the next movie. Which, speaking of which, how do I feel that we're probably gonna get more movies? I feel a little more confident that those movies are probably going to do a little bit better than this movie. I really like this movie, don't get me wrong, but, like, I see what people said, like, this movie doesn't really explain too much about, like, the Mushroom Kingdom, or, like, the world of Mario anyways. Like, it would have been better if, like, maybe they would have expanded upon it, like, where does the star come from? How did Bowser come up to this point where he's just, like, a villain? In fact, why does he have, like, this weird obsession with Peach? Which, by the way, his obsession with Peach is, like, super funny. Like, the song part was, like, honestly, like, one of the best parts, and people, like, kept memeing the Peaches song, and it's just, oh my gosh, it's, like, the best, one of the best parts of the movie. It was such a fun scene, and it was, like, super funny as well. And you know, I feel like they could have expanded the Mario universe a little more. But like, I get how this is like the first movie, and if there's like more, which obviously there will be, because like it got a lot of money, and also that after credits scene, this will definitely have a sequel. So I'm all for it. Sorry if this video is like super like quick, but like I just wanted to get my quick thoughts about the Mario movie, because like I got some other stuff I want to talk about, which at the time of recording this video, there's like a certain show that just came out, and I want to talk about it immediately after this movie review. So like let's stay tuned for that. Anyways, the Mario movie, very cute movie. I really liked it. And if you guys haven't seen it, then you should. Especially if you're a Mario fan. You'll probably like get a kick out of this. And if you didn't like it, then I completely get it. Like, cool to know that you gave this movie a chance anyways. And hopefully Illumination can maybe like learn a thing or two from how much of success that this movie got. Even though we're getting a Despicable Me 4. But that's a discussion for another day. Anyways, the winged unicorn is done, and she's about to fly off. So see you guys later. Mario movie gets 9 out of 10 in my book. See you guys later in the next video. Bye bye.